here's a little bit behind the scenes at the 2021 Ford F-150 Raptor first drive. Behind me just happens to be 3 generations of the Raptor. So I wanted to take this opportunity and quickly show you what we have here. So let's start with the first gen. So in the first gen, as you may know, it came out as a 2010 model originally. And let's come around the side because I want to show you the cab. Come over. So the original Raptor was this, first generation, also available as a super cab. And so short wheelbase, short truck, originally had a 5.4 liter V8, and then soon after that 6.2 liter V8. If you know TFL truck, you probably know that we own a 2014 first gen crew cab. So it was much like this, but of course this one it's been updated and modified. I mean, it lives here in the California and Nevada desert, so it has a lot of cool safety equipment. Up front, it has a custom ADD bumpers. You can see Fox shocks down below. So it's been kind of modified. It's seen some usage, and it introduced this concept of a wide body, special suspension, big power truck. Then in 2017 came the second generation of the truck. Right here is one example of that as well. It is also a little bit modified and tweaked and updated and upgraded, but Ford went somewhere else. Basically, they have, of course, now aluminum body, right? You have a twin turbo V6, so it went from about 411 horsepower V8 to about 450 horsepower twin turbo V6, the EcoBoost. And so, yeah, like I said, available also as a shorter cab, super cab, or a super crew like this. Pardon all the noise in the back. But this is probably the only place right now where you can find both, all 3 generations together. I think this is the only way to do it right here, right now. So this was the second generation. 2017 was the first model year. Then, of course, 2018. In 2019, they updated the suspension again with the latest live valve active shocks. You can see this one has also been upgraded. You see the Fox factory components right there, 3.0s, lights, bumpers, etc. And finally, the introduction right now is this guy right here. It's a 3rd generation truck. They just all happen to be in blue. This is Velocity blue. So Ford is taking this, basically the 2nd generation truck, and they're taking it to the next level. So what have they done? Well, it's still an aluminum body truck. Now it's only available as a crew cab. About the same dimensions though. So it still has a 145-inch wheelbase. It still has kind of the bones of the 2021 F-150, but then it's still a wide body truck. So it's 6 inches wider, of course. And then they went to town. It has very, very unique suspension components, and now coil springs in the back. That's a huge difference from where it was, because this was leaves. You can kind of tell. Come over. Right there, you can kind of see the leaves on the suspension. So this truck is a little bit more similar to the F-150. This truck, you can kind of see the 2 control arms, and then the springs are over here. This truck is way different from an F-150. Just completely has its own thing. Now it has right sensors on all 4 corners, not just the front. So it knows exactly the environment it's in, what to do. The engine is the same, approximately the same. It's still a 3.5 liter high output twin turbo V6, 450 horsepower still, 510 pound-feet of torque still, but that torque now comes in lower at about 3,000 RPM, so it's a little bit more torque down low. And new styling, right? You can see the wider grille. The grille is a little bit more similar to where it was in the first gen. It kind of stretches all the way across the grille, the front of it, and also goes into the headlights. So there you see the progression. It was an F-150 truck that was kind of, you know, modified F-150, the original Raptor. Let's come over this way. sorry, this is behind the scenes here. We have many more videos on TFL truck and TFL off-road coming up on the brand new 2021 truck. So you had a truck, with big power, big style, V8 power truck. Then it transitioned to a V6 twin turbo, still very big power, big suspension components, very advanced. And then finally, it's just taking it further. Improved suspension, 3.1 system now from Fox. It has, like I said, all the drive modes that interact together. Very sophisticated exhaust system with valves. So now it's really its own truck. It's almost, it shares the same frame in a way with the F-150, but it just kind of separated itself and moved up into the capability realm of Raptors. By the way, the new one starts at about 65 grand with destination. And of course, you can option it up like this one you see there with 37s from the factory at about 80 grand. And it will max out at about 83, 84,000. So those are the breakdowns. First gen, second gen, third gen. And as always, you can find us at tfltruck.com and tfloffroad.com. So thank you.